Hello, let us practice the use of Excel to measure block work at the superstructure level of a building. And I just have this simple spreadsheet which I have prepared, and I'm going to explain how it works for you to replicate the same on your computer to ease your measurement ability. And as you can see, it's just a simple spreadsheet with lines and along the rows and along the column. Then I basically name superstructure block and rendering. Okay, we are going to be using a semi-detached. We are going to be using a detached drawings for our illustration. Then it's a duplex. You have the ground floor. Then we are going to measure in vertical and in horizontal. So what I have here, what I just needed to impute for me to get my quantities, I just needed to impute the information I extract from the drawing along this roll and along this roll. Then I am going to get my block square area, the concrete in my lintels along that grid, the formwork and the reinforcement. And as you can see, this is say if it is a twin duplex semi-detached, the both flats are the same. So if I am taking, say, grid A, and this other side is grid A, they're of the same length. I don't need to repeat the measurement. What I just needed to do is either I'll say, okay, grid A, grid 2, and grid 10, and 10 if the other one is grid 10. They have the same from B1 to F. I have two numbers. Then their lengths are, say, 8 number, and the height is 3.2. Then there is, say, we have two windows along that grid. So the reference of the window is window 1, and the quantity of the window we said 2, and the window is 1.2 by the height of 1.5. So as soon as I punch this in, I have gotten my information. The initial quantity before deduction is 51 square meter. Then deductions, the quantity after deduction is 46.85. What did I deduct? I deducted two windows of 1.2 by 1.5. Then I deducted the surface area of the lintel from the block work, because it is concrete that is going to occupy that area of the lintel. So the lintel is, the lintel is longer than the 1.2, which is the length. So what I did now is, the place I am going to measure my concrete, I had already added the overlap of the lintel from the 1.2. You're having a 225, a 225 this way. So I came to this place. I have the length of my lintel as a 1.2 plus 2 times 225 gives me 1.65. So it is the 1.65 that I brought to this place, multiplied by the quantity, multiplied by that length and the height of the lintel to give me the surface area. So I deducted this and this from, I deducted 4.35 from 51 from 51.2 to have 46.85. So then my jam, of course, is the far side of the window. So then I have my lintel, which is haven't gotten the actual length of the lintel by adding the overlap, the spread. I multiply by the width by the height. I have this. Then the formwork, because the formwork, the soffit is shorter than the two side. The two side has the overlap. So I brought the length of the soffit here. Then now my formula is now saying two number of the windows are two number bracket close. Then I multiply this 1.2 by this width, by the soffit width. Then plus I multiply this length by this height times 2 to give me this. Then for the reinforcement, I did my length. I did my I did my calculation here by saying the 225 is the width of the block. Then I deduct cover of 20, both sides is 40. Then I less the bent of the two sides is this. Then the depth of the depth too is 225. I deducted what I needed to deduct. I deducted what I need to deduct. I have deducted the same. I have 1 point, that is a 0.153 both ways multiplied by 2. I sum these two. I have this. Then I multiplied it by 2. I have 0.612. Then I added this return and this return 40 both ways times 2. It gives me 80. To this I have 692. I brought it here. Then this 692 is my reference. My formula is now saying I should always refer to, that is why you see the dollar sign. Dollar sign is picking this. So I'm saying the quantity of the window, which is this number of the window, then the length divided by 0.2, which is the spacing of the links. So the only thing you can change, if you have prepared this formula, prepared this sheet, say you want to use it for another project and the link spacing is 0.15, you just need to change 0.15. Say the reinforcement for the links is 8 mm diabar. You change the weight per meter of 8 mm. You replace the 10 mm I have here, that is 0.16 by the weight of 8 mm. Then if the main bars are 6 mm, they are 10 mm, you replace the 0.88. So what I'm saying is this divide by 0.2 to give me the number, then multiply by this length to give me the total linear meter of the rings on this multiplied by 2. Then I now said plus this length times 4, which is the main bar, because there are 4 bars there, multiplied by the weight per meter, which is 0.88. So it gives me 18.87 kg for the two windows. So this is how it works. Then as soon as I finish the imputing I had extracted all my grid lines walls, and I want to measure block work, what I don't need to do is plastering now. I'll just come here. Okay, this is rendering. I paste it here. Because this wall, I'm going to plaster both sides. So I'll now change this to 4. Then the window now, this window, I will now change. This window was supposed to be 4 because the walls are 2 and there are 2 windows. So they're supposed to be 4, 2 the other side, 2 this way, 4. So now I will now change, this one will now become 8 windows. Then if the plaster is not going to take the same length, the same height of the wall, it's going to be slightly above the height of the ceiling. Say the ceiling level is 2.8, then we are plastering 2.85. Then I change. So what I'm changing is just this and the quantity of the wall, because I'm plastering both sides, and the window as well. then I am going to deduct, delete, I'm going to delete this because it's not relevant for this purpose. The only thing I am bothered about is the plastering. The plastering. Even the surface area is not relevant here because I'm plastering the linter as well. So I'm deleting. So you can see why I want my followers to own their sheets, to own their spreadsheets. Because if you own your spreadsheet, you have studied and you are practicing, putting it into practice. If you encounter problems, you can always uh, handle it. You can imagine now I have deleted one of the rule and I'm having this reference because I know I am the person that created, I am the author of the sheet. I know what the problem is. It's just me now taking off the the lintel surface that I had measured previously and drag the formula down. I am good to go. So I have my plastering, which is my plastering is 76 as against 42. As against 42. You see my my uh, my my gross before deduction is 96, 91 as against 51. So you can see that the spreadsheet is very effective if you know how to apply it and you you can prepare it. So let's quickly take some walls from the drawing and just make an illustration the for the purpose of understanding how it works using the drawing. So what I just needed to do, let me delete this. So let me go to the drawings. Let's say I have this drawing and grid C. Grid C is starting from 4 to 2. 4 to 2. So let us take the measurement. Is 8.6 and you have two windows and the windows are 1.4, let's say 1.4 by 1.5, and it is two numbers and it's 8.6 and it's spanning from 2 to 4 and it's in grid C. So what I just needed to do here, I said grid line C, two to 4, and it's one number, it is 8.6, and the height, let's say we take 3.2. We have window 1, let's say we reference it at window 1, and is 1.45 by 1.5. The quantity is 2. So we are done with that wall. See how fast it is. Then we go to the next wall. If we are taking, okay, we're taking horizontal first. Then the next wall is this wall. See, we measure from here to here is 3.225, and it is grid C prime from 1 to 2. I say grid C prime, 1 to 2 to 2 quantities. Grid C prime, 1 to 2, quantity is 1, and is we said is 3. We say it's 3.23. There are no openings, so we just take it 3.23. So it's 3.23, no openings. You drag down, then you go to the next wall. Which one is next? This one comes first because it's higher than this. So this one is the same 3.23, and it is C prime 1 to 2. It is a copy like this. We paste it here. C prime 2. We go back to this, and the next one is this. What is the length? Is 3.31, and it is 4 to 5 at the same C prime 3, and it's 3.3. 3.3 C prime 3. Then we go to the next one. Then the next wall is here. We measure 6.7, 6.71. There are 2 doors, and it is front of B, and it's spanning from 1 to 3. Front of B, 1 to 3. I copy, I paste here. Front of B, front of B, 1 to 3, and it's one number. And what is the length? The length is 6.71, and 2 doors is 6.71, and the height is this. And we have D1, or let's say D2, because maybe we have a bigger door, D2. Then it's 2. Then you have 0.9, 2.1. And you go to the next net grid. Now, what you are measuring this. Let's say if the drawings are dimension, you're just picking it to be more faster. This 7.99. There is no opening. It's grid B. Grid B 2 to 5. Grid B 2 to 5. Grid B 2 to 5. 5, it's 1. And we say 7.99. There are no openings. We go to the next one. It's this one, spanning from 1 to 5. And what is the length? You could take 14.75. 14.75, I have one smaller door, and I have an opening here. I have an opening of 2.5. 2.69, 2.69, and it is in it is B prime, and it's from 1 to 5, B prime 1 to 5. Behind B, 1 to 5, 5, and is 14. Is 14.75, 2.69. And 2.69. If this is a 2.5, because I'm opening. One. Then we have a door. Door 3 is 1, is 0.75 by 2.1. Then we go to the next. So this door and this opening is what I deducted. Then we come to the second to the last wall. The second to the last wall is I measure 3.6, and the same grid with this. 2.77. This grid is 4 to 5. This 1 to 2. Then we do 1 to 2, and we take this as a grid A prime behind grid A, 1 to 2. One to 2. Then A, 4 to 5. They are all 1, and the length is 3.67, 2.78, 2.78, 3.67, and their height is 3.2. So I am moving this slightly, then I'm deleting this so that I don't conflict where I'm giving this space, because these two openings are for this grid. They are grid B prime 1 to 5. So that if I don't, anybody that sees my file might think this grid, if I continue in this light, the person might think this D3 is on this grid, and if he does not see it, he wants to take it off. But seeing this gap, he will know that this grid owns these two deductions I have made. Then we go to the last wall, which is this, and the dimension is 8.5, and it is grid A. Grid A, and there is one window, 8.5, and from 2 to 4. Grid A, 2 to 4, and it's 8.51, and the height is 3.1. Then the window is one window. So you can see I am done with a horizontal grid. Let us not confuse ourselves. I'm done with the horizontal. I'm done with the horizontal grid. Done with the horizontal grid. And if I want to measure the verticals, I am starting from grid 1. Let us quickly do it. I'm taking my length. With this end is 9.8. How many windows I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 windows, and 9.88, 9.88, and it's grid 1, and it's spanning from behind A to front of C. Grid 1 behind A, front of C. Grid 1 A prime, A prime, front of C, and it's one number, and we say the length is 9.88. We say 9.88, 9.88, and we have window 1, 4 number, then you have 1.45, then you have 1.5, then we go to the next grid. Next grid is grid 2. Grid 2 is 4.6. I have a door, have one door, have door leading to the back terrace, and I have a door leading to, this is kitchen, this should be a store, so leading to the store. So the back door will be 900, while the store is 750. So I have a 2, it's a grid 2, and it's taking is from C to front of B. Grid 2, C front of B. Grid 2, C front of B is one number, is the length is 4.6, 4.6, the height is 3. Then we have D1 and D2. They are one number. Then you are, this is 0.9, 2.1, 0.75, 2.1. So you can see you continue in this light till you get to the end. You see in the space of say 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I'm almost done with the block work of the ground floor. Then I'll go to the next floor. And if I want to now treat my plaster, I could just copy this. I'll copy this, come here, paste it here. Because I'm plastering the wall both ways, I'm changing this to 2, and I'm changing this to 8. I'm changing this to 2, I'm changing this to 2, and I'm changing this to 2. And I'm changing all of this to 2 because they are all 1. I'm changing this to 2 because they are all 1. Then I'm changing this to 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, because I'm plastering the wall both ways. And they say if the height of the plastering will not be the same with the height of the plastering will not be the same with the height of the plastering is not going to be the same thing with the block wall. Say you are plastering a little bit above the ceiling height. Say it's 2.85, while the ceiling is 2.5, 2.8. Then you drag down 2.85. You see, once you do this, I've gotten my plastering, I've gotten my block work, actual block work, I've gotten my concrete, I've gotten my form work for lintel, I've gotten my reinforcement. So if you know how to use Excel, you know how to navigate your way in the use of Excel, it will aid your work and give you ample time to do other things, and you finish your job as fast as possible. So please, for any comments, question, you can go to my page, send me a message, and I will reply. I reply you as soon as I lay hold of the message. And if this has improved your knowledge on the use of Excel, please share, like my page, most importantly, subscribe to always get an update from me as I produce other videos that will improve our knowledge in the practice of quantity surveying. See you next in my next episode. Uh, I think the next episode will be on the same measurement, or I will still proceed in building up of rate. Thank you.